Hello, all, just a quick video of my race today at Laguna Seca in the Global Mazda MX5s. It was an interesting race, as we'll get to in a minute. For me anyway. Not for any other human being on earth. I'm sure you're not sitting here watching this crap. But anyway, we're second round, and first round done okay-ish. Could have won it again, but this time, yeah, it was interesting. I've sped it up a wee bit and lost a few laps where nothing's happened. I am the number 6 there on the left, squishing around the corner there with the black and the red. Taking rather a wide line through there, hoping to cut across. There we go, getting it. I like Laguna Seca. It's a really cool track to drive. It's really good with these Mazdas as well. I mean, a bit underpowered, but you've got to really make the most of everything. But my practice all week was going extremely well. I was in the 38s, which is deemed as, I suppose, relatively nippy. And that was during races as well. You'll be able to see another video on this channel about how I practice that perhaps may help you guys as well if you're interested in that. So, but this, I was getting 38s all day long running up to this, and then it comes to the racing, and for some reason I just can't concentrate. In real life when I'm racing, I'm absolutely fine. Once you're out in the car and you're completely kind of fixed on the job at hand, you just get on and do it. But for some reason I find racing online particularly difficult. I think it's because you kind of walk into a room, sit in your chair, and then away you go. And it's, I mean, I practice for 45 minutes before a race. I will do a couple of kind of AI races and do a few hot laps and that here just to get a feel for it. So I'm not jumping in cold, but I just find it a bit, I don't know, I don't do in an online race what I would do in an AI race or when I'm practicing. So I really got to get that sorted, because I should be winning these without any issues whatsoever. And in part, all my lap times were kind of good. The faster ones were good, but then at other moments I end up doing silly things and making silly mistakes that I've never done at all. I've maybe driven 200 laps in the week running up to the race, and not once did I make that mistake that I'll go and do it in a race. So I think I'm hoping that I'll iron that out. I mean, this is my first full season of online racing, so there's a lot of things I've got to get used to. So when I get pressured and then I panic and do something daft, and it's only online racing. I don't do that in real racing, so I don't know that the crossover's been, or the crossback, or whichever way you want to look at it, has been quite strange and difficult. But I'm happy that all the building blocks are there. We've just got to kind of tweak a few bits and pieces. But my ultimate aim is to race in the touring cars, so online touring cars, so kind of TCR stuff on iRacing. Perhaps I may even look at R-Factor 2 with the new British Touring Car Championship add-ons they've got recently, and that looks pretty cool. And so yeah, that's the aim anyway. So I thought I'd do another series of Mazdas just to get a feel for it. Plus it's free, or pay your monthly few quid just so you can play. But you don't have to buy anything, as you know. Yeah, so whizzing around, we're pretty much stuck where we are. We're going round and round and round and round, no grumbles, and not really catching up, not really falling back. But you kind of do that with these Mazdas. If everyone sets their times, you can just kind of be stuck there forever and a day. There's not much power, there's not much else different that you can do to somebody else. So you kind of struggle kind of sometimes catching up with people. But there we are, we're sitting 1, 2, 3, 4th, I think there. So this is also a higher grading as well, because I'm about 15, 55 at the moment, because I've kind of gone up. And this, a lot of people here were 1600 plus, which shouldn't make a difference either, but I could have done much better in this and come away with a lot more points to kind of move up again, but it just weren't meant to be. So lines look okay, but I'm not swinging round. I'm not kind of using the whole track in the fear that, there we are there, of just not making a mistake. So I need to kind of, there you go, I've gone too close there, then cutting in at the corner, whereas before I would let off later, like a tiny bit later, and then come out wide. And I was having all kinds of trouble with the corkscrew here. That wasn't too bad, but there was one where I kind of anchored up and then overshot it. Once you've done that, it's game over. You might as well pack up and go home. But there we are. Usually I'll come out right wide. Look at him there, because I didn't, because I cut tighter. Chap number 5 behind us, he could have done us there if he was a bit more switched on. So, and I think he started in the pits, and he's just kind of making it through everyone. So just defending me line, coming in a bit tighter there, coming around. It's difficult because once they kind of tuck in behind you, it's an easy and overtake really. But doing my best just to kind of fend him off, but I'm not doing enough. I'm not taking that wider line. I'm not doing that. So this, bang. Now I was absolutely fuming. I thought he took me out. I was absolutely kind of an arsehole, like everybody else does. And I was ready to make my first kind of report on here and everything else, and it gives you a cooling off period. I didn't realise, so I sat and downloaded all this and then rewatched it back and then realised, well, actually, dickhead, it was you. I come across him there. He was a bit close there. We were a bit close. We could have perhaps given each other a little bit of room. I don't think that was the best place to kind of overtake, but he kind of mullered us anyway. Turned into him. But when you kind of look at the replay, there was probably about half a foot gap between us. So kind of, either way, it is what it is. And instead of throwing me dummies out the pram, I got knocked all the way back to last. But over a few laps, I've managed to pull back from, I think, a couple of people kind of must have rage quit as well. So I think it was 11, 12 cars. So I'm running in 7th there, I think. So I pulled back a few laps, done okay, but at the end of the day, doing it for a bit of fun. There we go, last lap. So I was 8th. Matey spun off literally 20 seconds before the end, and I managed to bag 7th. Although I shouldn't be too chuffed at that. So yeah, I was never catching anybody else. So one last time down the corkscrew, and then yeah, I just wish I could just how I practice and put it into kind of into the race days. I don't know, it's a different mentality. I'm so more chilled out when I'm practicing, and everything is much easier, and you find that you're not making mistakes. But there we are, it is what it is. It's only a game. So we come across 7th place. Thank you very much. And there we go. So yeah, it was Matthew Collard that crashed into there, but yeah, it's 8th place. I was 8th. So silly me there. But yeah, it wasn't the best day at the office, but on to Alton Park next time. So let me know how you got on with your races below. It'd be ace to hear. All the best, and we'll catch you next week. Take care, guys. Cheers.